Eileen, Steve Sieracki here. Just wanted to go over some of our practice from today. So here was your first ball over here on the left, and I just want to put a box, on your head, and then just put a line right here on your hip. And the first thing we practiced was on your backswing, was you not moving your hips as much to the right or to your back foot at the top. Your hips are going a little bit too far to the right, and they could turn and be a little bit more forward. That would help you lower your left arm on your backswing. It would also help you to start pushing the balls more as opposed to pulling them. So that was the first thing that we did a little bit of practice on. But then the majority of our practice was spent on showing you how to do the downstroke and move your weight forward. So you'll see when you start coming down, I kept explaining to you that the club was unhinging too fast, that the angle between your left arm and the shaft right here should be approximately close to 70 degrees, and I said yours was closer to like 100, 110 degrees. And then as you kept coming down, the club kept unhinging, so that by the time the hands were just about at your right thigh, or just past your right thigh, the club head and the arm was in a straight line, which was making the low point of your swing too far behind the ball. And then what you had to do through the ball is you had to start bending and flexing your arms and pull up to shorten the radius to make room so you could hit the ball and not bottom out behind the ball. And also I was telling you that your weight and your hips needed to continue to keep moving forward through the ball, and they stopped. So we did the practice on the weight, and we started practicing on the handle of the club being more forward as you hit the ball and more wrist cock coming down. So over here I want to get one of the practice swings that we did. Okay, so here was us doing the practice. I just preset your weight forward to help you. Then I said on your downstroke I wanted you to keep feeling like your elbows stay close together. You keep increasing the wrist bend coming down, and this was a practice swing. So that by the time now when your hands were coming close to your right thigh, you see how much more wrist bend you had compared to the picture over here on the left, and also how much more forward your hips are, how your weight kept moving more forward and more down. So we did some practice swings like this for a couple balls, and then we hit one at the very end, and here were the differences in our practice. So I'll take this one back up to the top. I'll take this to the top. Weight's a little bit better, hips are a little bit more forward and turned, and the arms are lower. Now on the downswing, by the time you come down when your arm's parallel to the ground, you see over here, Eileen, how much more wrist hinge you have, how the right wrist is bent more, and how the club's not being thrown away too fast. Then as we kept playing this one down over here on the left, the club kept unhinging, the radius kept widening by the time your hands are at your right thigh, and over here the weight keeps moving forward, the wrist keeps staying hinged, and the butt of the club's more forward now. This is helping the low point. Then we'll play this one down to impact. Now I said your arms start bending and pulling up to make room so the club doesn't bottom out too far behind the ball. You have to shorten the radius. You actually hit that ball okay, but you topped and thinned a bunch of them after that. Compared to this picture, how much more forward the handle is, how the arms are straighter. This is helping you hit more down, push the balls more, control the low point. Now I'll play it coming through. The arms bending. And then you see this one coming through over here. Kept straightening the arms and moving the handle more forward through the ball. So this was the recap of our lesson, Eileen. If you have any questions, can feel free to contact me at steve@genxgolf.com. Keep me posted on your progress, and I'll talk to you soon.